Before we were formed in our physical form, we were more spiritual people. That's why when something is happening or something is about to happen that you're not physically aware of, you'll feel the burden in your heart or you'll feel the torment in your spirit. That is your spirit trying to let you know that something is about to happen or something is happening. That's why you feel that. So we are more spiritual than we are physical. Because we are more spiritual people, we need to be watchful about the things we say to people. We need to be watchful about the declarations that we make in people's life. We need to be watchful about our words, especially when we are angry. Uh, have you realized that when you are angry, you just say things? Do you know why? Because that's the opportunity that the enemy used to speak evil declaration and negativity into other people's life. So my question to you now is, are you going to be the vessel that the enemy uses to declare evil into people's life? Are you going to be the vessel that the enemy uses to bring evil declaration, evil projection, negativity into someone's life? Or are you going to be the vessel that God uses to bring hope, to bring peace, to bring encouragement, and to lift someone's faith? Whatever choice you make, it is totally up to you and it is on you. And also, are you someone who struggles to control yourself when you're angry? Are you someone who don't know how to control your mouth when you're angry? Are you somebody who is careless with your words when you are angry? And then after, speaking whatever it is that you need to speak, you sit down, you say, oh, I wish I had known that I shouldn't have said that. Are you one of those people? You are not alone. We all struggle with that. But one thing I can say to you is this: we have two choices as individuals. We have two choices in terms of creating a healthy environment, in terms of building people up, in terms of encouraging people, uplifting people, in terms of growth and development. We have two choices. Number one, you can choose to be the problem in someone's life, or you can choose to be the solution or part of the solution. You can choose to build someone's world, or you can choose to tear it down. You can choose to impact someone's life positively, or you can choose to do that negatively. How do you do that? It is all in your words and the things you say to people, especially when you're angry. It is so easy to say good things about people when we are happy with them, when everything is going good, when everything is going well. We say good things about them, we praise them, we sing praises of them. But when we are upset, or we are angry, or those people make us angry, or we have some level of resentment towards them, or some level of issue towards them, that's when you have to be careful about the things you say, because that's an opportunity and that's the gateway for the enemy to project whatever plans that he has towards that person's through your mouth and through the words that you speak to them. So when we are angry, when we are upset, the enemy uses that opportunity to declare evil over that person, to declare negativity over that person, to declare limitation over that person, to release the curse over that person, and to release yokes over that person's life. So, as an individual, when you are angry, or if you're angry with somebody, be intentional about what you say to them. Be intentional about the words that come out from your mouth. Because you see, people who do the hurting always forget that they've hurt someone. But those who are hurt always remember that they have been hurt and what your words did to them. Whatever you say to someone today, rather whether negative or positive, that person is always going to remember. You're going to forget. So it will either build them up, or it will limit them or reduce their faith or discourage them. So you've got to be intentional about what you say to people. You've got to be careful with your words. Stop being careless with your words. Stop being somebody who, when you're upset, when you're angry, you say things however way you want to say them, and then tomorrow you come and give an apology. You will give an apology, things will be good again, but that person will never forget. And at the end of it, you will also reap the benefit of that, because whatever feeling they have when they think about what you say to them, they will start to project it onto you if you are together. Even the Bible says this: death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who live by it shall eat the fruit of it. So, whatever fruit you give out, whatever words you give out, you will eat the fruit of that word that you give out. If it's positive, you'll reap positively. If it's negative, you'll reap negatively. So, are you somebody who is creating death around you by the words you speak? Are you somebody who is creating life around you by the words you speak? Who are you and where do you belong? You see, when I went to Sydney a couple of years ago, my uncle said this to me when we were having a discussion. And he said to me, Regina, when somebody make you angry, or when you're upset or angry with someone, put water in your mouth and don't swallow that water. Or pretend there is water in your mouth and don't swallow that water. And I'm like, why is that? I was curious to know. And he said to me that when you put water in your mouth and don't swallow that water, the chances of you replying to that person and saying something that will damage, that will have a long lasting effect on that person are limited. You can't say it at all because you haven't swallowed that water. Have you realized that when you have water in your mouth, you can't speak until you swallow the water? When he told me that, I found that to be very profound, and I have always used that as a practice of mine. When I'm upset with somebody, don't expect me to say something to you at that time. I wouldn't, because the chances of me using my words to speak evil in your life, or using my words to be negative, are higher than being positive. So I've always put that method into practice that my uncle told me. So if you're somebody who is struggling with your words, if you're somebody who is struggling with negativity, if you're somebody who is struggling to control your tongue, to control your words when you're upset, or if you're somebody who is just so careless with words without knowing the impact that they have on people around you, this is something I say to you. Put water in your mouth and don't swallow that water, or pretend there is water in your mouth, because it's going to help you. It's going to help you from saying things that will create a lasting damage on someone's life. Or go for a drive if the situation allows. Or, go for an exercise if the situation allows. Or listen to your favorite song. Whatever you have to do to be intentional and not be the vessel that the enemy uses to project negativity or release a curse over someone's life, do it. Do it. But be careful with your words. Stop being careless with your words. Stop hurting people with your words. Stop creating death around you by the things that you say about people. That the things you say about people, that the things you say to people when you are upset, when you're angry. Stop being the vessel that the enemy uses to tear someone's world down. Be intentional. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all.